Yeah, and throughout the meeting, throughout the webinar, feel free to ask me any questions that you have. We also have a Discord group, so you can ask questions there. This has also linked to other resources that would help you get started. So let me jump quickly to the first part, which is building in voice AI stack. Uh, so generally, any voice AI technology at this point agent is of two types. One is traditional, how we have been doing, which is you get the speech input, you put it to speech to text model, and then you have a LLM layer in between, which is like your Claude, Anthropic, Gemini, and then you have text to speech like Cartesia and other platform, and then finally you get the speech output. So generally it was a lot of struggle in getting the latency low enough and reliability, because you're using here components from three model provider. Speech to text will be from another, then LLM, and then text to speech. Lately, what has happened is a lot of multimodal APIs have come. So some example include Gemini. There is OpenAI Realtime, Hume, which is one of the provider that is coming here. So here, what the model does, it recognizes audio tokens, and it has some inherent benefits. For example, if you are shouting at it, or if you are talking slowly, in the case of first model, it's almost same in the transcription that you said hello, right? But your tone might be angrier, louder, and other, which that model will not capture, and speech to speech model does a lot better. And similarly on the output side, because model knows what it's speaking and how it's speaking, it understands every word that it is speaking, it can modulate better, it can understand and show some empathy. So this, we are saying that these models can be a lot better in terms of showing emotions, understanding, and other. May not be as better in modulating their voices, because this text to speech models are really good in giving you feel that they are understanding or emotions, but even if they are not understanding the word. So some example of the first type is like the Sesame demo that became really popular, and example of the second one is OpenAI Realtime, for example. We expect that the second will continue getting better and better, and our most of the agent uses the second model, because we are in the coaching, learning, and development, and we feel the agent has to really understand what you are speaking, your modulation, and all of that. Uh, where we ToughTongue AI fits in is that if you look at overall voice AI space at this point, there are multiple players. There are model layers, which we spoke about, like Gemini, Sesame, and other. Then there is a infra layer, which is LiveKit, PipeCat, or Vertex on Google. They give you the SDK and all to build on these models, and some reliability like backup, transcription, and all. Then there are third layer, which is the platform player. So here, for example, as we make it easy to build a voice AI agent for a particular domain. So if you are building, so let's say sales and support, so VAPI and Bland are really useful. If you are building for recruiting, then there are some other agents. What we are generally good at is learning and development. So anytime you are building a coach or an agent that conducts interviews or sales coaching and other, this might be more helpful. We have more tools and techniques that reduces the work that as a developer would have to do in building here. Any question before I jump?
No, I think we can continue.
Okay. And the slides were visible, right?
Yes.
What the ToughTongue AI agent does is three things. One is that general agent workflow is it should capture, which we saw on the first page, then reason through using LLM, and then respond. And finally analyze the aspect that you have done. So we try to do all these four pieces in our workflow. And out of the box, we have model backup. So let's say you are building on your own, then you have to use one model as a backup. What if this is not behaving right? What if the connection goes off? So retries and all of those things. And then there are tools around agenda creation, whiteboard, and other that would be helpful for you. So that's the mostly it on the first part. So in the second part, what we'll do is that we'll go to the ToughTongue AI platform and try to create a voice AI agent, and then move to the third part. So on our platform, there are sort of reference content. So when you come here, there is a library where we have created some high quality content for you to engage with. So scenarios are micro situations where you have an agent that you practice with. And the collection of scenarios, which is similar set of situations, we call collection here. So for example, here there is a PM interview prep, which has all the interview questions type that in the PM interview is asked, and it gives a general feel of a meet like experience. Then you, when you go into interview, like how you will see an interviewer and how they ask question. So that's what we are trying to create in some ways. So that's your library for micro situations. Then we have a coach. An idea of the coach is that it has a memory, so across the sessions it will remember who you are, your important tidbits, and you can schedule daily meetings with it, so like every day or every week. And our idea here is that for goal accountability, or if you are working towards certain, like if you're building startup and all, you will use it to keep track of your goals and make continuous progress. For example, I'll go to my startup coach here and I'll show you how this works.
Hi there, I'm your startup advisor coach. Today, we'll be working together to navigate the challenges of building your startup.
Um, One thing I'll do is that, so I generally don't log in from this account, so I will just go to the account where it remembers me.
Hey Ajitesh, great to be chatting again. Let's dive into refining that fundraising narrative around Tangier's informed growth and strategize how to best present your progress to investors. How have things been progressing since our last conversation?
Yeah, we had a couple of meetings. Can you put down the important things we discussed in a form of a card so that's easy for me to follow?
Sure, I can definitely help with that. What would you like the title of the card to be?
General fundraising tips.
Okay, here is a card with general fundraising tips. So Ajitesh, tell me about those meetings. What were the key takeaways? And how did they influence your thinking about the fundraising narrative?
So I'll stop here. But every time you have interaction, it will take a note of it. And every interaction is also sort of transcribed, and you can analyze the conversation once you go here. So in the analysis part, we take into account like the transcription and what you did right, what you did not. So more helpful in the context of interview preparation. And coming back to the coach piece, so every time a coach has a memory, we indicate here that this is a coach with a memory that you interact. So for example, let's now go back to how to create agent. So this was the first party content, but there is a way for you to create agent here. That is, let's say I want to create apology coach. And here idea is that it helps people ask apology in right way. A lot of people struggle in doing that. And so there is some, you can just create it here and interact with, but there is also an advanced mode that I will take you. And in this advanced mode, there are more options. For example, if you want to change avatar for this, you can put here. If you want to pick different voices, you can pick from here. You can pick different accents. Similarly, you can assign memory if you want to. And then we have different conversation strategy. For example, do you want your agent to be really talkative? If you want your agent to send certain message at certain time, for example, at 600 millisecond or 600 second, I want it to say that we are done and we should stop the conversation. So you can send this conductor message here. And you can also make the scenarios charged, like if you want to put a price so that anyone interacts with you will have to pay in that case. And as you create this, your agent gets created on the right. So generally the users spend a lot of time creating and perfecting the scenario in the studio here.
Hello, I'm here as your apology coach, ready to help you craft a sincere and effective apology. To start, could you tell me about the situation and who you need to apologize to?
Yeah, I need to apologize to my 10th class teacher whom for biology lesson. I did not do the assignment.
Thank you for sharing. Could you please share your screen and type out the apology you're planning to deliver to your 10th grade teacher? Take your time to compose it.
So I'll stop here. But basically, what you have to do here is you have to change the description, like for example, how it should approach the conversation, what kind of information should it ask. It can also ask like directly to upload the PDF, right? If the apology is already written, so you can type those instructions here, and the agent will try to follow in this case. And once you create this agent, you can go to the details page here, and there is integrate option, and here we have different style of the agents that you can embed. So the main style is full style that we're interacting with, and you can take this 4 line of code and put it anywhere, like your website, your WordPress and other, and it will behave same. So this is sort of embedded iframe of your coach.
Hello there, I'm your apology coach.
And I'll stop here. And there are different style here, like basic, minimal. Like a lot of people and developers prefer minimal style, where they control all the UI, and we just give them like very minimal, not even mic button. So in this case, there'll be just start button that you take from here, which is 4 lines of code, and you have your whole UI like you have built it, that you would want to build. And there are some
Hello
events
there.
and also that comes that when it start, when it stopped, and other.
Hello, I'm here as your apology coach.
So that was the second part, that you can create how to create an agent. Any question on creating agent? Third part will be, we'll take these agents and put it into the web app that on your website. Yeah, you can train the agent on your data. So one way to do that is once you go here, so generally when we work with businesses and all, we encourage them to bring their knowledge base. So let's say you in the past you have the data that these are the traits that are helpful in identifying a good chief of staff, or you have a past YouTube videos or URL of interview transcript and all. So you can add it here, and the agent will adhere and try to act according to that. So that would be one way for it to refer it as a knowledge base. There is another way where you can give it as a RAG document. We currently don't provide option to fine tune the agent like train, but this is good enough in a way in most of the cases what we have seen. If you have a document that clearly identifies these are the success traits, these are the traits that you should not show, the agent will follow in that case. So hope that answers your question, Nathan. Sounds good. So yeah, I think if you guys can take a couple of minutes to just create your agent, and then in the next part we will try to put these agent into a website. So here is the platform. So idea is to create your agent. Some of the ideas are written here. For example, a book writing coach that helps you write a book over a period of session, because our agent has memory, so you can have every time and you can sort of progressively write every chapter. Similarly, elder care check-in, that a lot of parents and other like who are getting old, you need to regularly ask them like how they are doing, escalate, check their moods and all. So there is an aspect of AI being used here. Multilingual lingual is one of the major capability that the agent has, and has advantage over human, like speaking in multiple language. Storytelling for kids, this could be really interesting if you have this domain understanding. Meditation, pronunciation, a lot of people have asked me like particular accent training and all, I think is an area that people want to improve. Wedding speech writer, apology coach that we discussed. Relationship related personas, like this is one of the difficult conversation that people generally struggle with. And you can also have gratitude, or how to sleep at like night owl sort of shut down, where you write gratitude and all, or generally like how to behave in a court or mock trial, these kind of practice. So these are some scenarios that I have written here, but take some time, like couple of minutes, and try creating your scenario, and we will then in the last part try to embed it in the web. So I'll move to the next part, which is putting this scenario on a website. So we'll start here. So this is one of the repo that is very simple, and I'll first walk you through the repo. So this is the repo. It has ideas as well, and then it has nice documentation on how you should be using it, this repository, including like how to run it. How this repo will look at is like this. So it has a home page and a course page, and the home page has placeholder for you to put your name, your brand name, and some of the benefits that your course might offer. So this is a simple course website, and then on the course side, it creates our scenario, and you could also put YouTube videos here. So the idea would be that, let's say you want to create an apology coach. So first you will add a video that how should apology be done and all of that, and then you add our agents to practice with. And that's where you create a complete package of a coach on apology, on how people can get better at it. And this can be done even for some trivial aspect. Let's say you move to a new city or a new town or a new country, and you want to create a course on how to sort of engage, network, and other. So the first would be your tips and all, and the second could be different scenarios where agent role plays and other examples that we discussed. So this is the basic example. What I will do is go here and let me share my whole screen now. So I'll go here, and so we will take this code and we'll go to terminal, and I'll go to cd.dot. So I will first clone this repo, and I'll call it my course 2. Then we'll go here and I'll show you. So I use cursor, by the way, but you could use anything else here. I assume you can see my repository here. So this repository is very well sort of commented out. So for example, here you can see the header and all, where you have to put all the text. So in this case, I want to put, let me just go here, CTA buttons, footer. So this is the header component, and what we want to call it, not course name, let's call it the apology coach, for example. And master the tools to apologize, and these are some course modules. So I'll just stop here in this one and go back, just because we have limited time. I'll remove the previous thing from here, and then I'll create a new repository that I will go here. And I'll call it apology coach. Okay, and we will just copy things from here. So we'll do git init, git add, git commit, first commit. We'll denote this branch as main, and we will push this to this particular repo. And I know this is going really fast, but mostly what I expect here is that you can watch the video and follow along later. But what we did was we just forked the repo, created a new repo where this content is. And now I'll go to my Vercel account, and you can use your hobby account as well. You can go to add new, go to project, and here you can add this new account that we create, new repo that we created, which is apology coach here, and I'll just deploy it. And by the time it's deploying, what I will do is we created the apology coach here, on the website, right? So we'll just go back here, look at where we created the apology coach, go to details, so and integrate. So we can take this code for minimal iframe. Now this already would be there, so I just need to change this ID in the code. So I'll go to the code here and I'll go to course, and in the course there will be list of courses. So the first one is favorite product question. So this is YouTube video, so I can't change that. And the second one I'll change, and I'll put this link and I'll call it apology. Okay, apologize to partner is also fine. And we will just save it and push it in the next. So your apology coach is deployed here. So this is the apology coach. All of these things we did not change, but you could change there. And ID and all these things work. Now we just changed one thing, which is we added an ID. So I'll just go and take a look. That should be the only change. Yeah, so that is the only change that we did. Okay, there is one error. And then I will just push this one also. So this will update the second one here. So we'll come back to our meeting here and I'll stop presenting. And I'll put the link here. But any question here? I know we went really fast. The idea is this was a 2-hour thing and we have condensed it to 30 minutes. But basic idea is first we covered like what is voice AI agent and general ways to make it. Second is how can you create voice agent on our platform. And third is how you can take that iframe and embed it very quickly into wherever you are building. And there are some 3 ways, like a minimal, basic, full, whichever meets your purpose, that's good enough. I'm happy to answer any question, or you can also email us anytime or join the Discord and ask questions there. Thank you everyone for joining. Let us know if you have any questions. We'll stay here for a couple of more minutes.